Story & Lee, the Tennessee Valley's most dynamic furniture store, featuring our Made in America galleries with solid wood dining and bedrooms, leather furniture, mattresses, and so much more. You want it? We've got it. With our 3 acres of showroom and our huge warehouse, we're sure to have exactly what you want. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story & Lee.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Good afternoon, everybody. Taylor Platt here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a look at your latest forecast. Showers and storms currently moving in across the area. I'll have a live look at the radar here shortly. Your weekend forecasts looking pretty good right now. There will be some scattered showers and storms, but how much coverage will we have? I'll have more on that here in just a little bit. First off, let's take you live. Let's flip over to Links 2 here and kind of just look at some of the storms that are ongoing across the area right now. We'll start from the north and we'll make our way to the south, getting a nice little batch of showers and storms that's moving across Interstate 65, generally east of Columbia. That's moving into parts of Marshall County, so Lewisburg. Probably going to see some shower and storm activity here in the next probably 20 minutes or so. A little bit further down, Linville, seeing some nice little hefty downpours down there. Pulaski, nothing yet, but you see over here towards Lawrenceburg and Loretto a nasty cell over here, actually 2 cells, one to the east of Lawrenceburg near New Prospect. That's moving right along US 64, getting to the Bodenham community here relatively shortly, down towards Leoma, seeing a lot of showers and storms as well. If you look at the wind in this, there's really not a lot of gusty wind potential, but there are some instances where you could have some gusts around 30, maybe 40 miles per hour, but I'm not seeing anything that is overly severe or significant at this point, but we'll keep an eye on the radar over the next several hours to try to look and see if there could be a storm that tries to misbehave. A little bit further to the south, still raining pretty good in Florence and the Shoals right now, but that batch that moved through earlier, that's what's in parts of southern Lawrence County now up in Tennessee, but still seeing some periods of moderate rainfall, a lot of embedded lightning and thunder with this activity. Rogersville seeing some pop-up showers across your area right now over towards Cortland, Town Creek. Down towards Russellville, that's where you have another little decent cell that's developing. Let me flip over to the Columbus NextRad real quick, take a look at it from that vantage point. And what we're going to be watching over the next several hours is there's an outflow boundary that is developed generally along this area. So you're going to end up getting a lot more development that starts to pop up here across parts of Lawrence County, Alabama, down towards the Double Springs, Haleyville area, eventually towards the I-65 corridor from Athens down to Decatur and Priceville. But again, nothing overly significant right now, kind of back things out. Flip on the radar network. I'll put this into motion to show you exactly where things are moving. It's generally moving to the east with time. All the individual cells that are within that big batch are moving generally to the north and northeast. But again, this whole area is just kind of slowly progressing its way to the east. Once this moves over your area, you can expect to see a prolonged period of rain, maybe some periods of gusty winds, and of course that embedded thunder and lightning. All right, let's flip you on over to Links 1 and we'll get into your forecast now. First off, live look outside from our Arctic Air Skycam network, seeing those showers and storms continuing to track on through. Rain currently falling here in Lawrenceburg, so you see it right here on our Arctic Air Skycam network. The raindrops falling onto the lens. Florence, again, like I mentioned, seeing that kind of back end of things where you have that kind of lingering area of moderate rainfall across the Florence and the Shoals right now. Down towards Cherokee, also seeing that. Pulaski, got a few raindrops on your camera right now, but that will start to increase as that batch currently in Lawrenceburg continues to move on off towards the east. Temperature-wise, there's a chance that we have already hit our high temperature today. Right now, 70 degrees here in Lawrenceburg. That will likely drop here soon because of that rain and storm activity moving on through. Dew point at 66. So again, a very kind of moist atmosphere out there for these storms to work off of. 66 in Florence right now with the southwest wind at 4 miles per hour. Dew point has dropped down to 64 degrees. And like I mentioned, I think most of us have kind of hit our high temperature for today, because you see behind this band, there's still some areas of clouds and even some lingering rain. There's a chance that there will be some additional development behind this batch towards the mid part of the evening hours tonight. Something we'll keep an eye on. I don't think it's widespread. I think they're more spotty at best. So this is kind of your main show moving through today right now. So again, a lot of cloud cover around with the rain. I think we've pretty much hit our high temperatures for the day. What about those rain chances over the next several days? Of course, 100% today. It's raining for everybody today. 30% as we get into Saturday. Weekend, that's looking a lot better, especially Sunday and into early parts of next week. Generally a 20% chance at best right now for your rain chances. Then once we get into the middle part of next week, specifically Wednesday and Thursday, that's when we'll start to see our next system track on through. That's going to give us a chance at those showers and storms. Current temperatures across the board: 70 in Lawrenceburg, 72 in Pulaski, 72 in Athens, 75 in Moulton, down into the 60s here in Florence, where it's been raining a lot. Futurecast over the next several hours. We'll continue to watch this band of rain and storms track on through. Here's that development that I was talking about on the back end of things. This is around 8 p.m., so this is kind of more your mid to late evening hour potential. Starting to see some development potentially across parts of the area. That quickly fades as we lose the daytime heating. And overnight tonight, I think most of us are generally dry. Can't completely rule out a spotty shower during the overnight hours. On your Saturday, I think the morning is dry. We'll have some clouds around, but the dry conditions will allow us to warm up into the upper 70s and lower 80s. And then by the time we get to the afternoon hours, once again, spotty showers and storms. I think these are more widely scattered as opposed to a widespread storm risk that we have on your Saturday. The bulk of the activity looks like it should generally be south of the Tennessee state line. And then by Sunday, we might see some patchy showers during the day, but I think most places will end up being dry for your Sunday. So like I mentioned, I think everybody's kind of topped out with their high temperatures right now, at least if you're along and west of US 43, 73 in Lawrenceburg, 75 in the Shoals. I believe it did end up getting to 75 in the Shoals. I checked earlier. Temperatures off to the east as you get close to Interstate 65, probably creeping up into the middle 70 range for some places. But again, everybody's generally going to be in those lower to mid 70s today. Tonight, temperatures drop down into the low and mid 60s, 62 in Lawrenceburg, 62 in Columbia, 62 in Ardmore, 64 degrees over there in the Shoals. Weekend forecast looks like this: 80 degrees both days, with the best chance of showers and storms still on the lower end of things. It's going to be on Saturday, the more isolated chances, I think, for your Sunday. So again, can't completely rule out areas of rain and storms both days over the weekend, but I think today is our best chance of rain, at least in the near term. Let's go through Sunday and the portion of next week. For your Futurecast here, we're using the GFS model. Monday, again, a isolated chance at showers and storms. Same thing on Tuesday, but you notice here nothing overly widespread, very much pop-up type of showers and storms. Things change though as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday afternoon, probably a 50-50 shot at showers and storms as it looks right now, but it's the Thursday system, at least as it looks day-wise right now. It looks like it's going to be Thursday. We'll have to watch for the chance at some stronger storms in the mix, a little bit more of a robust system moving through, some better wind shear in place than what we've been seeing over the past several days. This could set the stage for some stronger, maybe a chance at some severe storms as we get into the latter part of next week. Again, this is mainly looking at Thursday right now as this batch moves on through. 7-day forecast looks like this, a rinse and repeat forecast basically over the next 7 days, even beyond that. You could probably go for 10 days and it still looks rather the same. Temperatures, like I mentioned, generally staying in the lower 80s over the weekend, probably more mid 80s on Monday. We'll have more sun than clouds, I think, on Monday, with only an isolated chance at a few showers and storms. And then, like I mentioned, better rain chances coming up on Wednesday and Thursday. That's a live look at your latest forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fred Gossage will be in with us live at 5 to give you another update on the happenings currently on the radar and another look at your 7-day forecast. Until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic Friday. Have a great weekend. I'll see you back here on Monday.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.